was the central character of Kitten, who is actually the eyes and ears and truth, if you like, for the audience. So this rather gloriously dysfunctional character living in what is defined or perceived to be functional is actually telling us the truth.
Well, I'd read the book first because I was a big fan of Pat McCabe's books, so I loved the book, and I remember some people found it quite hard to take, but I mean, the idea of playing that sort of a role, is always offers a huge challenge to an actor. Like, I mean, transformative roles are the ones I think that are the most appealing, really, where you get to travel a huge distance from who you actually are as a person, and this is about as far as you can get, really, in certain regards anyway. Although there's a lot of things that you can identify with, but in terms of the physical and the sexual orientation, then it poses quite a challenge.
It was, I mean, the script was so outrageous. It was a bit like The Butcher Boy. I thought we could only make this movie if we found somebody that was appropriate to play it, that could deliver the entire part. And I did a series of tests here actually with Cillian Murphy and with some other actors, and Cillian, he gave this extraordinary performance, and I began to do other things. I put it to one side for a while, I didn't want to, perhaps because the script wasn't finished, you know what I mean, but Cillian was always obsessed with it. He kept saying to me, when are you going to make this movie, when are you going to make this movie? So about a year and a half ago we met again, and he still was obsessed to make the film, and he says, like, in a couple of years you're going to be too old to do this, so I took another look at the script and began to think seriously about making it, and did another draft of it, and it all kind of fell into place quite quickly. But Cillian, from the first time I tested him, he was the the only choice for the film, really.
They are extraordinary characters, and on the journey that he takes, he comes across and meets these other, Stephen Ray, the character Stephen plays Bertie the Magician, and Brendan, who plays John Joe, and Gavin Friday plays Billy Hatchett, and it's kind of almost chapter-esque in a way. So Kitten meanders through the film and through the story, and along the way meets these people, each of whom open another door for him in the search for his mother.
Mommy threw me out, I'm afraid.
Well, I could always put you up in the van. It's not much, but I could.
I was only born during the period where this takes place, or just at the end of the period that this takes place. But like a lot of people, I love the music of this era. As my favorite type of music comes from the mid to or early to mid 70s. And then for the whole transvestite part of it, I made a few contacts in London where I live, and we went out a few nights, and they're really nice fellas, and they dressed me up. We went to the clubs and had a laugh, and I hung around. They're the sweetest, most open people, and they kind of showed me the ropes, and you take that all on board, but you can't go out and say you're playing a transvestite, you're just playing the character, and these things are aspects of the character,